Oh shit. Here we go again.
She always does that. She just turns the camera on and walks away.
This is a great episode.
Bloopers. Whatever. All right, guys. Well, welcome to another episode of Uncomfortable. This is episode 13. And I've got my guest with me here. So introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
Hey y'all, I'm Jessi. How y'all doing?
Let them know where you from, what you do, anything you want to share.
Okay, I am from the Bronx.
Okay.
I am currently a licensed skin therapist.
Okay.
So yeah, I do facials, I do waxes, all of that great stuff. I'm just waiting for a place to mainly work and do my services out of. So
yeah,
that's coming soon.
it's coming soon.
And I do tarot readings, do oracle card readings,
Okay.
astrology, all that witchy shit. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
All the ladies that need to know that man's birthday and need to get his
You want to know if he cheating?
her. Ask her.
You want to know if he zipping out on you?
She's the one. She just let you know. She can help you out.
I got you.
So, episode 13. I am celebrating another pride type of vibe thing going on. I'm just trying to show some appreciation to Pride Month. So me and Jessi are going to be talking about Black queer women and Black love in the queer community, in her community. So let's dive into that. Pass is blunt.
Alrighty. Okay. So, just in general, I think from my community, like I said, I'm from the Bronx, born and raised, so it's literally all that I know.
Yeah.
And being with New York culture in general, from our standpoint, it's very open.
Yeah.
It's very open, but when you are a queer person yourself, especially being a Black person, it really isn't as open and as free as, all these companies when they're throwing the pride flag everywhere make it seem like.
Right.
The Pride Parade is great and we celebrate. It's awesome, but the history behind it and the reason why the Pride Parade even is a thing in New York City just goes to show, like, it really was never an open thing in the Black community.
Yeah.
So just in my experience, as I just like to say that I'm queer, but realistically, it's pansexuality.
Okay.
And plus, I'm polyamorous, so I'm just like
Okay.
a super open fucking person.
And if you could explain what those terms mean for some people that do not know. Yeah,
As a pansexual person, no, I do not. I'm not attracted to pans in kitchenware.
Okay. People have asked you that?
No, but it's like, fucking jokes on the internet.
Yes.
So you just gotta put it out there. Like, no,
yeah.
I do not have sex with pots and pans.
Okay.
But it's
good.
more of pansexuality is, in my opinion, it is bisexuality, but it is more of like an extendend version of bisexuality. So you're attracted to all genders.
Whomever.
All genders. Right. Even transphobe. So
okay.
Yeah, I like everybody.
Okay.
I like everybody.
You like everybody.
I like everybody.
And then polyamorous meaning?
And the polyamorous is just more of if I am in a relationship with somebody or if I'm single, I'm open to dating multiple people at once. But I do let everybody know.
No,
so
okay.
It's consensual.
Okay.
Everything's consensual.
Everybody knows what's going on.
Everybody knows what's going on. Yeah. My man is your man, is her man.
What SZA said? My man is my man.
Period. Speaking of SZA, let's talk about the SZA vibes today, though.
Oh, yeah, let me take off the headphones.
Come on.
I channeled my inner SZA today and got my hair done in appreciation of SZA. But yeah, that's cool. I feel like even in these episodes, even in the last episode, I got a lot of vocab about from the LGBT community, from a gay woman and from a gay man, and I felt like there were some things I didn't know. So like hearing the word pansexual and learning it, like what it means, and polyamorous. Like I had a clue what polyamorous was, but not pansexual. I never really heard that word, and I'm learning that there are a lot of more other words that are out there that mean a lot more other things. So it's a good thing to shed light on that. So some people dead ass don't know what that is.
And they don't. Education is key.
Yes, it is. And even when you said why the Pride festival happens, like even if you could shed some light on that, because I don't think some people know about that. It's either.
So.
Okay.
So how the Pride Parade, or the big Pride Parade, as we know, is usually June, like I think it's like the last Sunday of June.
I think like the 24th or something.
It's usually the last Sunday of June in New York City. So around that time, I believe I don't remember the exact year, but it was 1980s. Okay, Miss Marsha P. Johnson, a transgender woman who basically started this whole revolution of this, and this all started as a riot. Wow. This actually started as a riot. So trans people were not allowed in gay bars. They were not allowed in gay bars. So, Marsha P. Johnson, and the P stood for Pay It No Mind. Marsha Pay It No Mind Johnson. So she and many other trans folk who were a part of the LGBTQ community were just like, why are we being left out of this? If this is a gay bar, shit,
yeah, like that should be there.
We should be rolling up in this shit. So on that night, I believe it was June 24th. It was 1980 something. It started out as them going in there, and it was just basically sit-in. They went in. It's like, you're gonna serve me. Right. You're gonna serve me alcohol, and so they started fighting the women. They're trying to kick them out the bar, and they started calling the cops, and that's when the cops came in, and they were trying to hassle them out. And I forgot the name of this woman was she was a butch lesbian. She was another black woman, Stormy Lillard. So very sorry, y'all.
We're gonna get the
name. We're gonna get the name. But she actually threw the first punch. Wow. Of the riot, while Marsha P. Johnson threw the first drink. So they started a fight, and on that day after that, it was just straight anarchy. And from then on, Marsha P. Johnson and her friend Sylvia Stone, I believe is her name, they actually started this the housing coalition. So they started housing the gay teens that was kicked out of their homes from their parents, runaway teens, and making sure that people, because a lot of the kids who were kicked out of their homes and the trans kids that were kicked out of their homes, they mainly had to do sex work. Yeah,
because where were they gonna go?
Mainly had to do sex work. So a lot of them were found like mainly on the piers, which is where the Pride Parade ends. Yeah. So that's where they mainly were. That's mainly where Marsha P. Johnson was. So got it. That's how it mainly started. So from a parade, it started from a riot.
Right, now to a parade.
It's beautiful, but it's just like, damn, that's fucked up. Right, yeah. It's fucked up. Yeah. It's fucked up how people have to, in every aspect, have to fight their way into something. Yeah. She was a black trans woman. So it's just like she had to fight double time.
It's not even because she's black, but she's also
double
black,
time.
Trans woman.
She has to fight double time.
It's another brick added on to the already stacks we have on top of us set, So, and I feel like that's something also we don't learn. And I feel like there's a lot that doesn't get taught already in the black community. So it's like, imagine the things that don't get talked in the LGBT community that's black as well. Like just things that don't get even talked in the community and in general, but just being that type of black trans woman or black trans man or black queer woman, black queer man, like anything like that, it is tough. And I know you wanted to discuss like black queer love.
Oh yes. Like diving into that in itself, like okay. So coming out to my mom, that was like the 7th grade.
Oh wow.
And
That's
around
really
that time, she was just like, you know, the way that I told her like as if it was a friend.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Mom, my friend, you know, thinks that she's bisexual and her mom doesn't like it. Like, would you accept? She's like, oh, yeah. So then I was like, oh, okay. So I was really talking about me. So then she was like, well, you know, at first she was like, well, I don't want you to just label yourself as anything because, you know, you're young. You haven't really explored anything. But at the time, I kind of like argued with her because I was just like, well, if I said I liked the boy, you would just want to know who he is or whatever. Bless you.
Thank you.
I was like, you would just want to know who he is or whatever. But now that I'm telling you I may be interested in girls, now you're just like, you know, this might not be it. But seeing it from a different perspective as I'm older, you know, she just wanted me to just understand like, hey, these feelings do come up. It's okay. Because she wasn't like, oh, no.
She was just saying, don't label yourself.
Absolutely. And I mean, even then now, like I've had so many, sexuality is truly a spectrum.
Yes,
I've had so many different sexual questionings throughout my life, like where I was just like, no, I'm completely straight. Like, this is high school. I was like, yeah, no, I'm completely straight. And then like sophomore year through senior year, I was just dating girls. So it was just like, what? Then I was like, I think I'm a lesbian. I think I'm gay. And then I was like in this guy that I worked with. And I was like, oh my God, wait. Okay, hold on. So I can't, no, it's so, and then there goes my mom again. She's like, stop putting yourself in a box.
That's true.
Stop putting yourself in a box and just love how you love. And so even while I was, like, even while she knew my sexuality, I still didn't bring some of the women that I dated around her because if I have to bring them home, they have to go through my neighborhood. We have to walk through my neighborhood. And she's met one of my ex-girlfriends before, and she really liked her. But while we were dating, because we're both femme, a lot of people treated it as if it was like this friendship or as if it's like it's fake. And there's even sometimes where, you know, she even kind of played it like it's friendship or it's something that's fake. So that can also be a lot of the struggle sometimes with queer relationships. And, you know, because I'm black queer relationships, it's often looked at as a kind of like a white thing. It's like, people aren't really gay. This is a phase. Or, you know, you girls are only holding hands and kissing because you don't want me to talk to you. And it's like, no, this
like we're actually in a relationship.
My girlfriend. Like, this is
my girlfriend.
This is, no. So it was really weird sometimes. And she was really affectionate. So she was very, like, she actually told me herself that she's never been with somebody like me who was very open. I've always been very open, very out. And I don't really like to date people who aren't, only because it's not that I don't understand why they're not out and open, because I completely understand, but it's very hard to kind of balance that.
Yeah. You're saying dating someone who's not like out and open with themselves and their sexuality, like admitting that whether or not they're gay or not, and just it's a lot for you. Being very
open with queerness, like it can be a lot for other people, and I completely understand that. So I would never want to be in a position to make someone feel like they have to come out now or make someone feel like that. But I also don't want to be in a position to be hidden. So
in a secret,
that's the hard part about it, when you're invited to somebody's house and it's a family gathering, but you gotta pretend
like my friend.
It's like, oh, this is my friend. Like,
hello. I thought we was girlfriend.
We're not friends. And the funny thing is, the girl that I had dated, she was in a poly relationship. So she had a boyfriend, and how that whole thing went was just another story. Okay. I'm just not gonna get into that.
Okay.
But it was just, again, my mom was very open with it, but a lot of my other friends was just like, what? Like, What is that? So I think a lot of people, when they see monogamy, they kind of just see it one way, and it's just like with love in general, they see it one way, which is why it's so hard for a lot of people to openly express themselves and just be. It sucks, honestly.
It sucks, honestly.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, though. Like, some people were definitely not as open as others, like, just with themselves, with their feelings, with anything. And it's kind of have to pull it out of them.
It's mainly because of society. And honestly, also in the Black community itself, we already have certain stigmas and certain biases, and that's all due to racism. And that all came with racism, which sucks. It, like, just diving into the LGBTQ community in itself, a lot of women don't like to date femmes. So sometimes I get left out. Okay. I get left out. Wow. Because a lot of women don't like to date femmes because it's like, oh, you playing. Like,
you might not be serious.
Playing. You might not be serious. So they want me to be more masculine. You know, they want me to be more on the stud side. And it's like, I am not really like that. Like, I used to be more STEMmy. It was just a little switch in between. But it's like, I'm a lot more femme. Like, I like to do my nails. I like to dress in my skirts and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like in a lot of cases, I get left out or discriminated against because I'm just like, damn, how you saying I'm not serious enough? So I feel like in a lot of times with Black women, they're looking for more of like a masculine partner. Right. And it's almost because, you know, you still have this notion, this one look of love that there has to be a man and a woman there. It has to be like that. I get what you're saying, You know, two Black femme women can't be a couple. That's a sisterhood. That's a friendship. And it's like,
not a real relationship.
So a lot of people won't really take it serious. Even some person in the relationship that may have a bias to that. So
that's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
It happens. Like, it's the weirdest thing. It's it's the weirdest thing ever. Like, my mom, there's no discrimination against anybody, y'all. My mom is just, she's a funny lady. She's quite funny, but like, a lot of the girls that I dated, their skin is more fair than mine. Okay. And it's not that I have like a thing. Okay. So she thought that I had a thing.
Okay. Oh man, I wonder how that went.
She's like, "Where's the dark skinned girls? Like, why are you?" She's like, "You know, they're cute and everything, like, but like, you gotta stop dating these like girls." I'm like, "Mom."
You're like, "Mom." Like,
I'm like, "But mom," but I'm like, and I told her, I was like, a lot of the times I find a lot of dark skinned girls really do like. If they date a darker woman, that she's more of a stud. Yeah, she's more of a stud, and it's like.
And do you feel like that's why? Has it been hard for you, or is it that's why it's hard for you to date in your community, because you feel like even if you are trying to date a darker skinned woman, like, it's just like the chances are kind of hard for you?
I think it's looked as more as a kinship, like like I want companionship, but it's like this is more than a friendship. So it's the weirdest thing ever. It's not me purposely being colorist, but it's like, this is what I'm viewing. And it's like, if it's whoever, like I said, I like everybody, so
right, so whoever comes along, that's it.
That's
and whatever they look like,
that's what it is. And sometimes it's always usually somebody that is lighter than me. It's weird.
That is weird. I mean, I guess like in my community, my heterosexual community, I guess I would say, I said it like that.
The hetero world.
Because it's just like, I don't like, you know, like, it's just like calm. Like, I feel like I gravitate towards, I guess you could say, I'm more attracted to darker skinned men. Like, but I will, whatever. Like, I don't discriminate against anything. I don't really have a preference. I just feel like, you know, like if I think you're attractive, I think you're attractive. But I do feel like I was just having this conversation with this guy about black women and black men and not feeling protected. And I had to explain to him, like, a lot of the disrespect that black women feel come from black men. So it kind of hinders you, just like it seems like you're saying as well. Like, it kind of hinders you from even going for that type when you feel like, well, I feel like you wouldn't even want to go for me because you usually go for this. It's just like it kind of stops you from even making that step because you're just like, I'm not even going to try. I already know what you like and I know it's not me. You know what I mean? So what's the point of me trying? Like, I know you're not going to even, like, you're not interested. Like, so I'm just going to, like, go for that one.
It's the weirdest thing ever. So, but I also feel like once, and this is also the funny part, once you're with a lighter skinned person, they then feel like you as the darker skinned person has to be more dominant, more masculine. And this is what we see in the black community in general already. So if we see somebody that's more darker skinned, like, they're more likely to be made fun of. They're more likely to be called a man. They're more likely, and it's like, why? Because they're darker, because they have like a certain features. Like, I have a deep ass voice. Like, I'm more of a top in a relationship a lot of times, but like I be switching it up and stuff.
Okay,
but
your verse.
It's like, I'm not, like, as a femme, I'm not a man. So, and even if I was a stud, I'm still not a man because I don't identify as a man. So, you know, you shouldn't look to somebody to be a man in a queer relationship. Yeah. Like,
that doesn't make any
there's
sense.
no man here.
Yeah, like, there's no man there.
There's no man here. And I also see that in a lot of other studs, and like they say that, you know, I like my doors being held open too. Like, I like, you know, being paid, my days paid for as well. So a lot of people
they want that male energy.
A lot of people would a lot of femmes will kind of treat the stud as if he's a man. And even if you were in a relationship with a man, you should still treat him like, right, that's nice.
Yeah, like, yeah.
But a lot of people do it.
That, yeah.
And a lot of studs get left out of romance. Yeah. Because it's like, oh, well, you know, you wear boxers. You wear boxer briefs. It's like, so I guess just in general, humans just take what's being shown the most in front of them, and they just, like how the human brain works, they're just like, oh, well, that's just how it has to be. Like, well, no, it's not. So, like I had said earlier, a lot of people look at love in one type of way. Yeah. So if it looks one way, then, you know, that's just how it's going to be. And there's a difference between preference and just, and like we were talking about off camera, which is how people are demanding things from people. So, you know, if you're willing to compromise with somebody, certain things, but as far as, you know, gender identity or sexual identity, it's just like, you can't really demand much from a person. Yeah, that's true. That's the way that they express themselves. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want somebody to make me feel like I have to be some type of way, but I also don't want someone to feel bad for having like a preference of some sort. Yeah. So it's a little, that's where your big girl panties got to come on. You got to be like, all right, got to solve this the adult way in some way. Yeah,
that's true. And just got to realize that, like, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's like there's nothing you could do about it.
There's nothing I can do at that point.
And with being polyamorous, do you find like that it's hard with dating? Like explaining that to people, like do they look at you like nah? Like how does that go? Like, because I feel like that's really interesting to hear somebody say like, oh, like, you know, like not only like, okay, I'm a queer black woman, but I also am polyamorous and pansexual. And you're like, oh, they're like, you know, like
what?
You know.
So I feel like it's not to, all right, I'm not tooting my own horn. Okay. Not tooting my own horn. But it's just like, I am attractive to both genders. There's a lot of times I've usually been like a pick to couples, or there's a lot of times I'm usually like, you know,
wherever you are,
it's jumping on both sides.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
it's just what I'm saying. But being polyamorous, like, I can be monogamous. I have no problem with monogamy.
Okay.
I absolutely love monogamy.
Okay.
But for me, the reason why I am polyamorous is because I don't own anything in this lifetime realistically. Okay. Like, from a spiritual sense. I don't own anything in this lifetime. This vessel that I'm in, my soul is gonna go to another vessel. It's gonna go to another body. It's gonna recycle and go somewhere else. So I don't necessarily own anything. So I don't own another person. And a lot of people look at relationships like this ball and chain. I don't know why. They feel the need to possess their partner in a lot of ways. And so love is very infinite. And it can be expressed in numerous amount of ways. So I'm not the type, and I personally don't feel like it's necessary for me to be upset with my partner or, be, or feel like I'm like losing my position with them, because I'm not into polygamy. Polygamy is when it's a couple and then they have like a third. I don't like that. Okay. I'm more of just like, okay, hey, you're my boyfriend, you got another girlfriend, cool, that's great. Everybody's STD free. Okay, we're all great. Like, that's nice, because there's qualities in her that you may like more, or there's qualities in me that you may like that she doesn't have. So it would be bad for him to demand something from her, or him to demand something from me. Yeah,
just accept from each other both, and then have them. Yeah,
exactly. And it's not an avoidance of cheating. It's just more of like, that's how I look at love. It's more of expressed differently. Because at some point, even when people are married, they know they be dipping out. Okay. So they know they. So it's just like, it's a part of like the human nature of the curiosity. Just like with queerness, it's natural. Honestly, it's natural. It's not really a choice. So when it comes to people trying to date me because I'm poly, or when I tell them that I'm poly, some people, they don't know what it is, what's going on. And then after I tell them, they like instantly think I'm okay with like wild orgies and all types of sex party. First of all, they already think that once I tell them that I like women. So it's like, yeah, especially we gonna men. Smash. Yeah, they're like threesome orgy. It's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, we not gonna smash, nigga. I don't know what the fuck. It's just like, so I'll get that end of the spectrum, and then I'll have people that's just like, oh, you gonna zip out on me, like you gonna cheat. But realistically, it be half the time it be the person on the opposite side. So. The reason why I'm very boundless with love, and so a lot of people are so restricted with a lot of things, and so I be out. I just be like, you're not open to this, you're not open to that, right? Or you want to keep people. I'm out of there. So that it's just that.
I gave you devil eyes. Piercing her soul.
So yeah, that's what it is. It's like I'll get two sides of it, but I never really had somebody really like make me feel like I'm some giant whore bag. Like it's like, oh my God, you like this, you like that. I would just have people that tried to keep me in a box, and
that's not right.
And it's not cool. And I usually find that when I'm dating men, in a lot of the times, it's just like, you already knew that I liked women. You already knew I'm a very open person. If we are practicing monogamy, that's no problem for me. But it's like, now you're just trying to shield me from even having relationships with women
because you're scared that I'm going to date them. Yeah.
And that can suck in itself for a lot of bisexual women, a lot of pansexual women who date men, because it's just like,
you must think that I'm attracted to every woman, and that's not even the case. Yeah.
Or now they think that because, like I said, they have this woman who likes women, now he gonna fake pimp her out and
do all these sexual adventures, what? And it's like, what?
That's not cool. So it kind of makes me, or and other queer women that I speak to, kind of feel like we're like it's like a fetish. It's a fetish. And so when I'm in a relationship with a man, a lot of the times I'm always so cautious about how I am around women. I don't want him to like assume I'm doing anything. I don't want him to. But assume. It's like, and it sucks. So yeah, that's like that's a part of the reason why I've been single for so long. But it goes all into people demanding shit.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
It's the
expectation, the entitlement. Yeah, I think that's something that crushes the dating scene at this moment, because people just feel like, well, if I'm doing this and we're doing this and it has to be this and it has to be that, and it's like some people don't do that, and some people don't, like you said, put themselves in a box or label things, and some people really don't know what it is they're actually signing up for, because the whole time they're signing their own thing, and they're like, well, you with what I'm signing. And it's like, no, I told you what it was when you signed up, and you didn't really want that. You wanted what you wanted. And it's like, you just gotta know, like, you just have to have that communication with that person. I think that's like something we all as a generation have lost at some point, because it's like there is something, the transparency is just not there as much as it should be. And I'm pretty sure it sounds like that's just in every community, whether you're pansexual, whether you're queer, whether you're anything. Like, it's just something we all go through in the dating world, where it's just like there's a lot going on where the communication is just not happening.
It's the phones.
Yeah, it's the social media. It's
everything is broadcast through the phone, and so it's la la land. You know, it's just all the filters that we could put on pictures. The Instagram itself is a filter. Yeah, you know, so whatever people post in real life, it usually isn't the same. Yeah, and so it sucks.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I totally agree. I feel like Instagram has definitely changed a lot of things. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, like just a lot of the things that we used to have that were, I guess you consider normal or like just not anymore. And things have definitely changed. And social media, I feel like, is the era that some kids are growing up in. So that's going to change for them as well. Meaning their generation is going to be probably even worse. With social media, you lose the art of dating. Like, you lose the whole art, because the whole thing, because it's like, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. And social media told me it has to be this way. And it's like, now we're following this. And it's like, we were just talking about that. Like, you know, like this is just a sidebar. This is not even like into the episode, but it's just like, you know, these men say that as women, we want men that are going to be financially stable and buy us things and buy us all this stuff. And it's like, no, you need to know the type of woman you're dating, because not every woman is about that. If you, like we were saying, if you were dating a woman who buys things for herself that are high end, and you feel like you want to date her, you have to be a bit open to the idea that if she wants gifts because she buy high-end things for herself, she might want high-end gifts. Like, and if you can't afford that, do not date a woman that's like that. And if there's a woman that wants things from you and she can't afford it herself, why would you buy it for her anyway? Like, that's not nobody forcing you to do anything. That's you doing it yourself. So I feel like this whole thing where it's like men, you need to be buying these things. Like, I don't know where that came from. I feel like that's a social media thing. Like, I feel like that literally came from social media.
Oh my god!
Because I don't ever remember demanding a man to buy me anything. Like,
I feel so uncomfortable when people want to pay for anything of mine. I'll just be like, what? No, I have my own money. It's okay. I'm good. It's cool. Like, even with friends. So it's the strangest thing ever when people just have certain biases and they'll just stay and live in these projections. And it's painful, and these projections roll into just how you look at everybody with everything, about everything.
That's true. It's definitely a fact.
It's trash.
It's definitely trash.
It's trash.
A lot of things is trash. I saw this post that said, whatever dating pool we in, somebody peed in it. And I agree.
No, they peed, they shitted in it. Oh my god, it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
Even like once they made dating apps, and I was always using dating apps just to date women, because it's, again, like queer dating. It's, you think that everybody's out there. You have mad gay people on your timeline, but it's like, where they at?
Yeah. Where they at?
Where are they at? Like, if I'm in the spot, and now as a queer person, you don't want to be discriminated against by other people, so you don't want to wear like some gay attire. Yeah. But like since it's Pride Month, I guess it's okay. You know, it's like
what you're saying. Yeah.
1 month is acceptable for you to be like super gay
out there. Yeah.
So like you can't be in a regular ass bar and you looking for the the gay people or whatever. You can't put on the little gay cloak because then the straight people are gonna be like, oh.
Yeah, the people.
There's a gay amongst us.
I'm crying. There's a gay
amongst us. So it still be hard. It's like a little treasure hunt. So with dating apps, you would think that it would make it so much easier. No.
She said
no. Not even the queer-based dating apps. Like those are even terrible. Wow. It's just everything is horrible. Yeah. Regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, people are shitty.
Yeah. People are shitty.
People gonna be shitty, but then there's gonna be really good, awesome fucking people. Yeah. So it's gonna take a lot to get through the shitty people. And along the way, you'll pick up the really good people. Yeah. Who will probably lead you to other good people. And then you'll bump into some more good people. Yeah, and then some more good people. Like
it's a balance. It's a process.
It is a balance, yeah. But like if you allow these few experiences, and this is what I tell myself all the time, if you allow these few experiences to keep you in a box, just like how the world keeps us in a box with race, with gender, with sexual orientation, you're gonna go fucking crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna go crazy. So with anything, just don't put yourself in a box.
Moral of the story is don't put yourself in a box.
Don't put yourself in a box. It limits you to being more open to life and having experiences. And that's the reason why a lot of people are so, they're going crazy, especially now with the pandemic, because a lot of our experiences were cut off.
Yeah,
a lot of our experiences are cut off, and now since these experiences are opening again, back up, we're all outside, so we're all trying to get out there. We're all trying to get out there and experience stuff, and it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that people are, wanting to get out more. Businesses are booming, but I also do see like the marketing and how certain things come into play. But that's a whole nother discussion.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother discussion.
I could tell a story about that, but I'll say that for later. I'll say that later. But I want to say thank you to my guest, Jessi, for coming on and sharing her perspective, sharing her opinion, and speaking about passionate things that mean a lot to her, because I feel like speaking about your community, being open and speaking about your sexuality and explaining what it is not always easy to everybody. And some people actually are still, trapped in that closet, not able to come out, and still experiencing those thoughts where they are battling themselves. So I feel like it's really amazing that you were able to come out there, you were able to speak about it now, and everybody just round of applause for Jessi. Thank you guys for fucking with the kid and tuning in to another episode of Uncomfortable. Hopefully my camera didn't shut off because Amania's not checking it.
Mercury retrograde.
Yes, it shut it off, and we was like Mercury's in retrograde, and after that I was doing some shadow work because shit is crazy out here. But we's wrapping this up. Saturday's gonna be Liz Juneteenth. Everybody celebrate all my black people.
Black Pride.
Yes, Black Pride. Thank you for fucking with the kid. Bye, guys.
Ew.